Start the recording now. So we're going to go into game 3. We will have a Zerg versus Zerg this time, so I'll update this really quickly for you guys. There we go. So it's Zerg versus Zerg final. So it's basically turned into a best of one, I would say, because both these players main race Zerg. Obviously, they each pick Protoss at kind of a request of each other. So we'll see how this ends up on Metalopolis. Seth getting the northern spawn here as the purple Zerg on Metalopolis, and in the western spawn we have Sen as the teal Zerg. So mentioning that was a lot of spine crawlers, 7 to be precise, as Sen did have to basically hold off the middle of the map there, obviously from a 4-gate push, and just continued to build spine crawlers to do that. Worked really well, and definitely was able to hold Sheth in and didn't let him break that low ground there. So really good. So we'll see how this ends up in a ZVZ final. So kind of a best of one. Both players sending their overlords to the eastern parts of their base. Going to scout out the 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock positions. Going to find emptiness there from both players. So I'm assuming a drone will probably go out pretty shortly, as they do want to know if they can expand first or spawning pool first. As gas going down, actually. Nope. That was a cancel there. So Sen's going to take the opportunity here to get an extra drone started before the Overlord. About the same, though, actually, I would say here, as Seth's Overlord finishing his 3 drones completed as well. So 1 drone, 2 drones slightly behind. Just drones being produced right now. Like to say, obviously, this is the Gosu Gamers Holiday Special. This tournament was put on basically completely by Gosu Gamers. This is the North American qualifier stage of this tournament. It's an open tournament. All players anybody was allowed to register. 512 player cap. So today was the North American BattleNet. Tomorrow is the European BattleNet. So tune back in here, guys, for the Gosu Gamers cast of the European qualifiers. Friday will be the grand finals. Christmas Eve, of course. So for anybody for celebrating Christmas, of course, but Friday will be the grand finals, and that will be the finals. There's 500 euros being given out. I'm not 100% sure if it's North America versus Europe, because a lot of North American players might not have European accounts, but we'll see how it gets down to there when the finals go. But there is 500 euro in the prize pool. It's about 650 American, 655 American with the current exchange rate, as Sen taking the opportunity to get his expansion down started really early. Opposite for Sheth, actually, he's got Zerglings and Zergling speed in production, so he is going to have 6 Zlings out really fast here. It might be a little bit of a shock here. Sen won't really be able to produce the Lings to deal with this just yet. As he sees that the drone being kind of pulled away, hatchery is going to be allowed to finish, I would assume, here, as he's not really giving up anything. Spawning pool finish, 6 Zerglings coming out for Sen, so he's going to try to meet these Zerglings really early on. Defender's advantage is that you don't have to go as far to reinforce, so we'll be able to deal with these Zerglings just as they reach the high ground here. Roach Warren started for Sen, as 1 drone does fall. Zerglings getting into there, but the Zerglings do spawn for Sen. Seth's Zergling's going to be pushed away. Loses 2, actually, in a bit of a misrally there. So 4 versus 6 right now. Sen's going to be able to start producing some drones on the low ground. More Zerglings coming out from Sen. Sheth doing the same thing, but getting a Baneling nest. So we will have Baneling versus Roach Warren. I don't think Sheth saw the Roach Warren, so we'll see if he just continues on the Baneling path, as he is going to let this finish. There is a little bit of gas in his storage. He has stopped mining gas to produce Banelings, so we'll see what he does here. Banelings being warped in. There we go. Morphed in. They don't really get warped in, do they? So 2 Banelings being warped in here, so we'll see if it's enough to break. 4 roaches coming out for Sen, so that is undoubtedly going to help deal with the remaining Zerglings and Banelings. If they come. So these roaches might be the key here. Both, and obviously Sheth, you can see, actually has Zergling speed, so that will be actually really useful in surrounding these roaches. He did see the roach there, so I don't know if he's going to continue on this. Looks like he is waiting for those Banelings to get up in there. A little bit of a distraction as the Banelings kind of do poke through. Boom! There go the Zerglings. It's just roaches versus Banelings now, as more Banelings coming out for Sen. More Zerglings for Sen, but speed already up for Sheth, so that's going to give him a little bit of an advantage in getting the surround up. Queen doing great damage. 6 kills on that Queen. Wow, terrible damage. as more Zerglings coming out for Seth. Zergling Roach for Sen, so both players taking it pretty aggressively. No additional drones or anything being spawned on the low ground. 2 Banelings coming up for Seth, so he's going to try to do this bust again as he goes to look for any drones on the low ground. We're going to start a little bit of damage on the hatchery. Nope, don't want to let him find those Banelings. And here go the Banelings. Queen is there. It's at really low health, so the Banelings are going to do a little bit of damage to it as the Banelings do find a good position, pop and catch a couple of Zerglings as well as a lot of damage on the Roaches, but here comes the reinforcements. There's 3 Roaches here. Yep, there goes the 3rd Roach. Really good stall up on the wall. Ooh, Zerglings do get around, so they are going to start surrounding now. 18 Zerglings for Seth being rallied in. He might take this with the Zergling Baneling bust. It looks like Seth's got 8. He's going to lose the low ground here. He's not going to really be able to defend that. Roach is trying to get to the wall to defend. They are going to get surrounded quite a bit by the speed Zerglings. More Lings coming out right now for Seth and Sen, but here come the reinforcements from Seth. Good game from Sen, and Seth will advance actually into the quarterfinals here of the North American qualifier for the Gosu Cup. Gosu Gamers Holiday Special. So stay tuned, guys. We'll have another match in just a sec.